welcome back to my channel. My name is Christine and this is It's Just Christine. For today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys all the kits I'm using for the month of July. And I can't believe that I'm actually doing this in July. So if you guys are interested in this, please stay tuned. Okay, so first up, it's from June 30 to July 6. And on July 1st, it is actually Canada Day. So I thought the best way to celebrate Canada is to actually use a kit from a Canadian shop. And so I have here the February Mystery from the Pretty Pink Co. This is in her rose gold foil. And I feel this kit was the kit that kind of made the purple and pink slash nighttime very, very popular. But this is such a gorgeous kit. Anyways, so here are the full boxes. And then on the quote box it says, "The night is more alive and more richly colored than the day." I totally agree. Here again is the full boxes. I am in love with this full box right here. I don't know, anything about lanterns or like hanging lanterns is just totally my vibe. Sorry, I had to go off screen for a couple of seconds to put the kit in order. Sorry, the pages in order. So again, here is the full boxes, and then we have the functional boxes. And this is how gorgeous the colorway is. I don't know why I'm wiggling it around, but that's what you get. And then here is the layering pieces. And I really love that squiggly line with the stars. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that's really pretty. And then we have the bottom washi, which is very, very gorgeous. Like, look at that stardust on the narrow strip of washi. And then look at that. I don't know if you guys can see that trace foiling on those florals. So gorgeous. I'm in love with anything trace foiling, to be honest. Here is the the florals. Then we have the deco page, which is so very pretty. Look at that crescent moon. Oh, I don't really know what that florals is doing there, but it's still very gorgeous. And then here are more hanging lanterns. Very pretty. And then this is deco page 1. And then look how gorgeous deco page 2 is. I can't. This is just so fantastic and so magical. I can't deal with it. Like, look how pretty this is. It's really, really gorgeous. And then we have the alcohol ink swatches, which is in her transparent matte. I really do wish that she moves on to her washi paper for the for her mystery sub kits, because I do prefer the washi paper of the alcohol ink swatches than the transparent matte. Maybe I'll let her know about it and see what she says. And then here is the foil sampler sheet. Very pretty. Such a gorgeous foil sampler sheet. And then this is the sidebar. This is also in transparent matte. And then finally we have the terrible washi paper, which is in her washi paper, which again is very nice. Really like how this looks kind of like cloudish, but then at the same time very ethereal. I don't know if you guys have ever watched that superhero movie with Benedict Cumberland. Is it Cumberland? Cumberbatch? Anyways, there's that scene where like he's talking to like an entity and then he's just floating on like air. But the air kind of looks like this. Very mystical, very pretty. But yeah, that's what it reminds me of. Okay, so that is from June 30 to July 6. So next up, what we have is from July 7th to the 13th. And I'm using this beautiful kit from Saucy Stickers Co. Okay, so the last time I ever bought a kit from Saucy Stickers Co. is that kit from... It was a Christmas kit. I used it on my birthday because she had this gorgeous The Nutcracker kit. So I definitely wanted to use that for my birthday. Since then, I've been really wanting to buy more stuff from her. But I just didn't get a chance to. However, when she released this kit, I knew I had to get it because it's just so gosh darn pretty. So the Saucy Stickers no longer does weekly kits. She just has decorative bundles. And I don't think I bought all the bundles in, like I didn't buy the full bundle. I don't really know why, because I feel like I have the whole bundle except for page 1 and page 2, which I don't really get why I did that. But anyways, here is the Just Peachy kit. We have the large scenes here. Oh, by the way, these are not foiled, which is totally fine because I have a bunch of like foiled stuff anyways. I'm probably gonna do gold, to be honest, with this. Maybe silver would also work. I haven't really decided because it's a summer kit, so I think silver would look really, really amazing with it. But then at the same time, I think gold is just going to kind of pop the peach a little bit more. But like I said, we'll see. I'm currently still planning for my April, so, well, I'm still currently planning in April. So I have a long way to go. So here are the large scenes. I really love these butterflies that she has. So gorgeous. I don't know if you guys can see those floral details on the butterfly wings, but I just really like that. And then we have the small scenes. She has just a bunch of kind of like words. It's not quotes, it's sayings, I guess. It says Just Peachy, Sunshine and Smiles. And then we have the people, which is page 5. So that was page 3, 4, and this is 5. Oh, I guess I didn't get 6, 7, and 8. And then here we have page 9, which is the quarter florals. Also very, very pretty. I should have gotten this in washi paper, to be honest, but it is what it is. And then here is page 10, which is, I believe, the bouquets. The names are right there. I don't know why I said I believe it's called bouquets, but... And then I grabbed this borders in her washi paper because I think this is just gonna look very gorgeous on the date cover area. I don't know if you guys can see that, but very, very pretty. And then I also grabbed the torn paper, which is also in her washi paper. I don't really know why I did that because I don't really use the torn paper, but I might have bought it because of these laces. The laces look very pretty. And I'm actually thinking of partnering this kit with some lace foil which I have from the Pretty Pink Co. And I think it will look very pretty. And then I also grabbed the Memo and Layer, which is just all these layering elements. Oh, I don't know why I put that on top of that one. And then here is the washi. I really like this lace washi, and that's why I grabbed it. And this gingham pattern with a peach is also really pretty. And then we also have the mood board. I grabbed the mood board because look how pretty that is. I think I've been really getting drawn to the mood boards of shops. I just currently bought stuff from Paper Trail Pens during her sale, and I feel like I was really drawn into all the mood boards that she had. So I did grab those to partner with the kit, and it's really pretty. I just liked how you have all these different elements. It's not just like one specific thing, like it's not just florals, it's not just large scenes. You just get a variety, and I think this page in itself is perfect for smaller planners. So if you guys ever have like, I don't know, like a B6 planner or a weekly planner, I think this mood board page is going to go very well with that, with those kinds of planners. And then of course I grabbed the functional boxes for to match the kit, because this is a very specific colorway and I don't really have anything that goes with it. And I don't really keep a lot of my extra of these functional boxes, so that's also the reason why I just grabbed that. And then finally we have the watercolor splashes and or alcohol ink swatches, whatever you want to call them. And I really love that she has the different types of like the different watercolor effects. Like it's not just plain green, plain orange. She's very dimensional, I guess. Three-dimensional. Yeah. It's just really pretty. So that is for the week of July 7th to the 13th. I'm really excited to use this, to be honest. I am quite excited to use a lot of these kits because I feel like I've been stuck in my April kits, like March kits and April kits, and I really need to get a move on with my plan with me. So next up is from July 14th to the 20th, and I specifically put this kit in here because I really want to use it as soon as possible, but I couldn't really justify putting it sooner than or later, and I think this was just a specific time to use it. So this is from the Pretty Pink Co. It's called Daydream. Most of my kits in summertime is going to be from the Pretty Pink Co. because I went a little bit crazy during her PBC sale. So I do have a lot of her kits, and I believe my August lineup is all the Pretty Pink Co. Yeah. So this is Daydream. If you guys watched my haul a few days ago, I'll try to put a card up above. I did just haul this because, like I said, I bought it during her PBC sale. And this is in hollow foil. I got this kit. I originally passed up this kit and I was like, I'm not going to grab it. I'm just going to suck it up and let go of it. Like, I won't even deal with it. And then I saw Kat from Famarina Planning. She hauled it and I was like, crap, I totally regret not getting it. So I definitely blame Kat for this one. And to be honest, I'm okay that I was influenced by her because this is such a stunning kit. I think this is like the daytime version of this kit. Of the kit that I just showed you guys. The February, hold on. The February kit from also the Pretty Pinko, which is this one. I don't know. I know it's like totally different elements and totally different kit. But when you think about it, all the purples and pinks in here is like the darker version of the purples and pinks of this kit. So it's very kind of like hand in hand, and that's why I kind of tried to put it in the same week, because I just wanted like the daytime and the nighttime version. And if you really had to want to argue about it, I should have done this first and then this, but I really want this for my July 1st kit. So that is the reason why I used the nighttime kit before the daytime kit. Okay, so anyways, this is the Daydream kit. It is in hollow foil. I haven't planned with a hollow foil in a while. I think the last one was from Sadie Stickers in January. But hollow is just one of those foils that needs to be, like, not needs to be, it's, for me, it's for a specific kit. It has to be very magical. It has to be very, I don't know, like very magical and very ethereal for it to go with. I know people would argue with me about that, and I know one person who will, which is also Kat. I know if she can have hollow for every single week that she's planned, she would. But for me, hollow is very specific in my head. And yeah, and this kit definitely needs hollow. I really love this kit. Just as much as I love that February kit, I think they definitely go hand in hand. In the quote box it says "Lost in a Daydream," and that is the full boxes. And then we have the functional boxes. This is the layering pieces, and look at that gorgeous cloud. I feel like I point that cloud out every single time I show this kit. And then here is the bottom washi. Trace foiling is amazing, but not as gorgeous as the February one, I find. And then this is the deco sheet. So I didn't buy every single page of the bundle, like of the collection, because I only grabbed bits and pieces of it. And here is the, hold on. This is the alcohol ink swatches in washi paper. Like, doesn't that look so much better than if it was in transparent matte? I feel like the washi paper, the color is just a little bit more saturated, and then when it gets on the page itself, it looks even better. I also grabbed a few pages of the deco sheet, which is this is the deco sheet, which is the page 3. Let me just show you guys up close. I really wanted the fashion girls or the dolls or however you guys want to call it. So that's why I grabbed this page. And then I got the floral corners as well, because I really like the flowers that she uses in this kit. Like I said, it's very reminiscent of the February mystery, but like daytime. And then here is the terrible washi, which it's not as fantastical as like how the kit looks like, but it'll work. Oh, let me just show it to you behind white paper. Here you go. And then finally, I also grabbed the foil. Oh, this is not the last one. I grabbed the foil sampler sheet, which I wish I gotten two because I really like these paper cranes. And I thought putting it around the spreads will look really pretty, but I didn't. I only grabbed one. And then finally, this is the sidebar, and I really like the whole hot air balloon. That's why I grabbed it. And that is the whole entire kit. Like I said, it's such a very gorgeous kit, and I'm so glad I got it. So thank you, Kat, for influencing me to purchase kits that are gorgeous and very, very pretty. Okay, so let's move on to the next week. So the next one is from July 21st to the 27th, and I am finally starting my summer kits slash beach kits. This is from Sadie Stickers called Sunny Season. I got this in her advent calendar box, advent box. I don't know what you call them, but I got it from there, and I really like this kit. It's very simple. It's actually a pretty simple kit for a Sadie Stickers. The color is very muted. It's very kind of subdued, but it looks really, really pretty. On the quote box here, it says, "Sky above, sand below, peace within." And I think this is such a pretty kit to kind of start off my summer kits. And it's in silver foil. I feel like I always pick silver foil for my summer kits. Here it is. And then here is the functional boxes. This is the layering pieces. And then as you can see how very light the colorway is. There is pink, light pink, green, and then darker green. It's just a very pretty colorway. It's very feminine as well, which is usually I try to go a little bit brighter for the summer, but it's really cute. Here is the bottom washi and day covers, and I really love this kind of like trace foiling that she did with the beach shores. So it just looks like the waves is coming in when the waves come in on the sand, and then it just looks it's very pretty. And then here is the deco page. Like the seagull here looks really cute, but seagulls in real life is not my best friend. They tried to steal some of my fries before, so I never really liked them after that. And then here is the journaling page, the floral deco, and then finally we have the alcohol ink swatches. This is in her washi paper. Yeah, so that is the kit that I have to kind of start off my beach slash summer kits. I mean, it's not the first week of summer by far. It's like already past like probably a month, but I prefer to have more kind of like springish type of kits than summer kits. So that's the reason why I'm just starting now for my summer kits. Okay, so next is from July 28th to August 3rd. And moving on to my beach theme, I am using this kit from the Pretty Pink Co. called Beneath the Blue. And as you guys can see, this is another hollow kit. And on the quote box, it says, "Let the sea set you free." I am very much, so if I ever like doing summer kits, I really like doing ocean life. I like under the sea themed kind of kits, and I'm really sad that actually not a lot of people did one this year. So it's not that I'm shocked or like disappointed at them, but I was just really like looking for one and I couldn't find one. I thought maybe later in the season, like later in the summer, they would start coming out with more under the sea type of kits, but it just never really happened. So I just decided to grab this kit because it's still pretty much a under the sea kind of kit. So this is also, I also bought this during the PBC sale, and I would have also just hauled this kit. So here are the full boxes, and I'm just wiggling it so you guys can see how gorgeous that hollow foil is. And then here is the functional boxes, and then we have the layering pieces, and we got a whale there, which I really love. And then that jellyfish, I would have wanted the whale to be a bit bigger than the jellyfish, but I'm not gonna complain at this point. And then here is the bottom washi, and then look how pretty that trace foiling is. Sorry guys, I know I always say trace foiling, but they really make a big difference in your spread. And then here we have the florals. I grabbed the florals because I really wanted these shells and the corals in the spread. So that's the florals. And then we have the deco sheet, which is this really pretty kind of like, if the whole kit was just this, not this page, but like if it was used more with like the seahorses, the whales, the jellyfish, the starfish, I would have been totally happy either way. Because this is really pretty. This kit actually reminds me of not this kit, sorry. This page itself reminds me of the Pirates of the Caribbean because of this piano right here. So yeah, I really like it. And then I grabbed the journaling deco page too, because you guys know how I feel about that page, or this page. Like, look how gorgeous that is. This is really pretty. This is so gorgeous. And then I got the deco page as well in washi paper, because I don't think I'm going to use it for this spread. I think I'm going to use it more for my if not my B6, then I'm probably going to use it for my weekly planner, which I use for work. So we'll see, because I technically have a kit or a deco bundle to use for July and August. So, oh sorry, July has already passed. I already did it. I used Dash of Sun, and I already have one kind of in mind for August, but this is just so gorgeous. I don't know if I can pass this up. We'll see. And then here is the alcohol ink swatches, which is also in her washi paper. I really love this colorway. And then I grabbed the foil sampler sheet, which is this gorgeous hollow color or hollow foil. I think I bought another one when she had another sale. I just don't remember if I did. I thought I did, but I could be wrong. But at least I have this one. And then I have been grabbing the washi, like the terrible washi, from like almost all the kits that I have. And I don't even use it that much, and I don't know why I keep buying them. But at least I have it. Okay, so that is everything that I'm using for the month of July. These are most likely going to stick. Like, I'm not going to go out of my way and buy more kits. I have told Kat to rein me in, to help me rein in buying kits. I just really need to use what I have. And I do try to be more cost efficient and use the things that I have. But yeah, fall is coming, and fall is very dangerous for me when it comes to kids. So we'll see. If you guys like this video, please don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and thank you so much. Bye!